So I don't want to go to bed. So I thought might as well practice on some streaming stuff. And I was thinking about something I haven't done in a while, and that would be Magic the Gathering Arena. And I think the season actually changes in September, but so most of these decks won't be valid anymore. So let's quickly go over the decks I'm going to use today. My favorite being Scutate, so we'll start with that one. There's a tricolor deck of blue, red, and black. This is the one I've worked on the most over the last almost year, I think, ever since Scute Swarm came out. Because Scute Mob was one of my favorite original cards. And this is based on the mutate mechanic. So, of course, we have Scute Swarm. And because it has landfall to duplicate itself, a bunch of these cards are used to either buff whatever it creates or it's to create the land itself. So that's how we have Beanstalk Giant, 2 and 1 green, search library for basic land. That's pretty popular. Cultivate, obviously. Azusa, so we can get that land ramp. Essene Symbiote, that's based on the mutate and gives you extra life for that. Stern Dismissal to get rid of anything that might threaten our lovely baby, the Scute Swarm. And then some other stuff to just double up on any type of landfall. If we get bored of that, we have the dumbest deck I have right now, which is based on the Vorpal Sword, which just got added in D&D expansion. And if you spend 8 mana, it gets equipped. Or rather, if it's equipped, it will give the creature Death Touch as well as will kill the enemy, basically making them lose the game. So things here are based on getting extra mana for that, as well as things with trample or things that can be given trample. Eternal Thirst gives them lifelink and lets it buff it. If we don't feel like using that, we have Roll to Hit, which is another stupid one, based on the dice rolling mechanic, based mostly d20s. And those will buff up each other. And this is the closest to a meta deck I have, because it's based on the Ruin Crab. There have been people that concede as soon as they see this crab. It will stay in standard for a bit longer until the end of 2022. I cannot say the same about some of these other ones. So, we're going to do a practice game on normal with Scutate, and then we'll play some standard ranked, and I haven't played at all this season, so we're going to see how far up I can get. Pop shards, Jesus Christ. So this is a decent hand. We get Souza, Cultivate, but we don't have anything to start out with, so we're going to probably mulligan that, hope for Scute Swarm, there it is, and we'll keep those. Get rid of Dirge Bat for now. We'll probably do... I don't want to waste Fabled Passage for when Scute Swarm isn't out, so we're going to use that Swamp as soon as it comes out. And then we're going to hope we get another basic land so we can do Fertile Footsteps without worrying about it being wasted. Or actually, when that comes out, we can just use Scute Swarm and then the next turn use Fabled Passage. Okay, so we are not that lucky. So we're going to use Fabled Passage. We're going to get a Forest out. And then next turn we'll do Scute Swarm, and then we can... Yeah, so... Forest isn't out yet. We're going to use Scute Swarm. And we're actually going to do a Fabled Passage so we can get an extra insect token to cover that up. Unless that happens. So first, before we let them kill that, we're going to do that. Sacrifice Fabled Passage, and we're going to get a new land out. Looking at what we have here, we want it doesn't matter too much because we already have one of everything. So we're just going to get our forest. So we're going to get our 1/1. We're going to get two 1/1s out of this, I think. He just wasted an instant because we still get our 2 in. So he wasted that. Oh god. I see. So I think this is our best option. We will use Forest. We can't afford another Scute Swarm because they'll just die. So we're gonna mutate onto one of these tokens. Draw a card from it, which is in our land, and we're gonna keep this. We're gonna attack with the 1/1 because that's pretty useless to us, and then we can block the Adult Gold Dragon unless he has a instant or sorcery to take care of the Heron. And it doesn't look like he does if he's using 4 mana to scry. And he's out of mana right now, so I can just block that without any worries. That's dead. That's dead. He's gained life, but that doesn't matter too much because I can use Scute Swarm, use a swamp, and then I can cultivate. And he's given up. So that was best case scenario for that entire thing. Ooh, Double Major's fun. Especially when I have Scute Swarm. And if I get one more land, I can Beanstalk Giant into a 4th. And also, so if I buff this the High Hell, I can copy it with Double Major. I think that's how that works. Hey Tom, it's you. It's you up here. Or whatever. Hey, Shadow Spear. Turn 1 Temple Deceit because it has to enter untapped. We get Scry. Thankfully it's in our land, so we can use that next turn. If not that one next. Actually, no, we'll use the Forest next turn, get the Essence Symbiote out. Just so we have something to defend with. Oh god. Oh, non-creature, non-land, so they can take out Double Major, so that's fine. We can live with that. Forest, but they also know my hand now, so... But Duress is one of the reasons, like, Adventure is so good. Because the sorcery gets nullified because it's on a creature, which is amazing. I don't know how that's 2 mana. Other than the fact that I can kill it quite quickly if my deck was based around such a thing. Swamp. Well, Beanstalk Giant. Yeah, well, Beanstalk Giant into another Forest. And then next turn we'll Scute Swarm. And then we'll Evolving Wilds. And then so we'll have... actually, if you control 6 or more, so no, that won't count yet. If I get another basic land, I might use it before Evolving Wild. 4/4. I take it for now. Okay, so we got to cultivate. That's nice. So we will Scute Swarm. He has 1 mana. Hopefully nothing that can defeat this right now, because I need it. Activate Evolving Wilds. So we get another island. Get another insect token. And no attacker. So I can't kill it next turn yet. Unless I sacrifice my Scute Swarm, which I really do not want to do. And we're almost at a completely blind hand. He still knows I have Azusa. That's not too much of an issue because I'm not really planning on using her yet until I just need extra manpower, if you will. Oh god. What the hell does this do? Oh, fun. I have to take it. I can't take it next turn, though. Okay. We have 5 lands. Okay. I'll mutate Parcel Beast onto it. Over. I get 2 life, and this gets a +1/+1. I tap it. Okay, that wasn't a land. So that sucks. Okay, so next turn we'll cultivate. Could I have cultivated? Ah, damn it. Okay, that was my fault. That's not good. Okay, so I need to block this with everything I have, just so I can take the least amount of damage possible. Even though Essence Symbiote is my main life source currently. And yeah, okay. Okay, we'll get another Parcel Beast. If I mutate with this, I'm not going to have enough for Cultivate, so we're just going to Cultivate right now. Put that in. I can put in Azusa, and then I play another Forest. Okay, so I now have 7 Parcel Beasts, which should be enough to kill that. Just so I am not tempted to block with it, I'm going to do that. Perfect. And then activate you again. Get an island out of you. And now I have 32 Parcel Beasts total. So that's 60 something damage. He gets lifelink with this. It has trample, but I can block all of that. The Griffin, however, is going to be a pain. And that's why. Because he can move that over. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I got cocky. Well, that was a good game. That was a good game. The stream title never lies. So, issue with this being simply that I don't have Scute Swarm. And I really want to have Scute Swarm as soon as possible. I don't even have an early turn other than Azusa, so that... See, this is better because I at least have something to work with. I have Essence Symbiote and I have Auspicious Sterix. So we're going to keep these. Actually, we're going to keep Azusa. Auspicious Sterix is amazing. It really is, but It's not what we need right now. That's for after we have a Scute Swarm. If I had still had a Scute Swarm, I would keep it. Save Temple Mystery for next turn so we can get Essence Symbiote out as quickly as possible. Gotta say hello. And... okay, Mirror Shield. Scute Swarm. It's amazing. He's already saying good game. That's not the best sign. Temple Mystery. Scry. Donian or Azusa. Will attack. Since he has nothing on the board. And I don't think he'll have haste with Swamps and Forests. I need to not. It's another mutate deck, okay. Or at least something akin to it. We'll use Scute Swarm, and we'll put it out in a forest. We'll say Fabled Passage for when we have more land, if possible. And then if he attacks with Glowstone Recluse, we can take it down. Unless it does that. I'm just... it doesn't have Trample, so... okay. Okay. Put down a second Essence Symbiote. And save Fabled Passage. And then we can't... if it tries to attack again, we block with all of them. Unless he does that. Actually, no. Yes. Okay, so... it's hexproof. So we will play... I think we're just going to play Azusa. And save Fabled Passage, because there's nothing... because this is for... oh shit. We will play Fabled Passage. And we will get... we'll get an island out of it. And then we can play Brockos next turn. Okay. I may have lost already. I may have lost already. He attacks with it. It does have trample, but it won't kill me. Yep, that's what I was expecting. We'll just block with those. Take as little damage as possible right now. Still not gonna let me live next turn. So we want Brockos. Get some extra health out of it. An island. And that's all I can really do, can't it? Because, well, I'll have to block in the next turn. Yep. Okay, yeah, I got it. I'm dead. I'm dead. Actually, I'm barely alive. Unless he has something else up his sleeve, I'm still alive for one more turn. Because I can just take all that damage with the Essence Symbiote and Brockos. Oh, because he has Death Touch, it only does 1 damage each. So never mind. Another defeat. So we're going to try a different deck, which is even more stupid. Okay, plenty of land, but only Earth Cult Elementals, which we'd take forever before we'd ever be able to play. This one's better. This is part of the reason we have the dice in the first place, and we get knocked. So we want to get rid of you, actually. It's going to be too long before we get to you, so we're just going to throw you away, and we'll do a first turn Opt, and then hopefully we'll have a second turn Brazen Dwarf. Hopefully. I don't have a creature yet, so. God damn it. Well, we'll use Island next turn unless we get a mountain. If we get a mountain, then we can just run with this Arcane Investigator. We can use that. It stands there because we need 6 mana to roll the d20, but it's a turn 2 creature, which is what we need right now, no matter what it does. Hey Tom, thanks. I'm actually, yeah, I'll stream or I'll upload the VOD and then edit it at a later time. Just because it's so late. I might edit it Tuesday. But yeah, I'll do stream highlights of this, I think. But yeah, thanks man. Have a good night. I'll probably be going to bed as soon as the stream's over too. And we have another island, so we have to just attack. And there went all my land. Because the mana had to equal 20. Fun. Finally, god damn. God damn it. Fuck you, I can just attack you with Arcane Investigator. Okay, Magic Mirror. Okay, we want Brazen Dwarf. And then we can use Delina next turn, or we can use Faraday and then Delina. I think we're just going to go straight to Delina, so we can brute force this before the Magic Mirror can get built. Because they're going to keep... They're just going to mass produce drawing cards at this point. Exile 1 or 2. Oh, because I have creatures that when it enters the battlefield in the night combo with Thassa. That's what that is. And, okay. And you still use that next turn. Just keep brute forcing it. Might as well say hello. We love Polywalk. I try not to use them too much, just for the discarding card. But, I mean, with his deck, when he keeps drawing them, it doesn't matter too much. We'll get a mountain. And okay, we're going to use Earth Cult and hope that we roll a 10 to 19 or a 20. 10 to 20, basically. If we roll a 1 through 9, we'll just sacrifice Arcane Investigator. It doesn't matter too much. We'll be sacrificing Arcane Investigator. For I care not about him. And then I get to do 1 damage with Brazen Dwarf. And that means we're pretty much close to killing them at this point. Starting next turn, we attack them with a 6/6, unless they know how to unsummon it. Oh yeah, they have Sea Dasher. It's not gonna kill it. So that's not too bad. I was thinking about having this in my Scute Swarm deck. However, I already had 2 separate creatures that allow me to play extra lands, so I didn't really bother. And also, you have to discard your hand. Which for Scute Swarm, just you need to be able to plan ahead like that. I am trying to figure out what he's doing here. That actually benefits me. Because I might be able to make him sacrifice that. His entire hand's discarded. Yeah, we'll just use it again. Oh, God damn. I will actually sacrifice... Yeah, I guess I have to sacrifice Brazen Dwarf. I can't sacrifice a land. I have too little of it. I can use Faraday instead. And just replace them. Oh, and it still does the effects. Okay, that's great, actually. And they sacrifice on creation. Okay. I'm gonna start running out of cards at this rate. Yep. Return to my hand again. I don't know why you keep doing that. I guess because they have so many lands now, they can just start sacrificing those if they want. I don't know why they would want to, though. I will... Wait. Could that just make infinite copies of that? I don't think that's how that works. But if it does, I want to know. Yeah. Somehow I saw that coming. They keep drawing more cards and they're just keep canceling my own. And that's not great. Oh, more maximum hand size. I think that's, yeah, that's the cheapest way to not have a maximum hand size, I think. Because, I mean, this one takes 9 mana unless you have instant sorcery cards in your graveyard. And that's scary. So if they cancel out... If they... And then they just get rid of this entire hand. They're gonna mill themselves to death, I swear. Oh no, because I got rid of Song Creation for them. That's great. My devotion to blue is 0. So she's just an enchantment. We'll just chuck down Earth Cult Elemental and hope that they have to sacrifice 2 permanents. Roll a 20. I'll take it. I'll take it. Probably just going to sacrifice the treasure. Or not. They'll do the dumb thing. That's cool. That's cool with me. Still drawing more cards. And then I can use Earth Cult unless they unsummon it. Or destroy it. I can use it to block pouncing. And I should be good unless it gives itself flying. And becomes Illuna. Yeah, okay. That was a good game. That was a good game. We're gonna play another one with the dice. There's nothing here that I can use early, and it's just not enough land. Arcane Investigator, no. And we'll just... Okay, so we don't have any mountains. We're gonna hope for mountains. So we can get an early Brazen Dwarf. We can use Arcane Investigator early and run away together if we need to. If they get some big early, which I don't know how they would do. I'm sure there's ways. And then we'll hope we can buff something with Infuriate and use Brazen Dwarf. Because we need mountains. And if there's a consistent issue, I'm going to have to look on how this deck is made again. Okay, so we'll have a turn 2 Arcane Investigator, it seems. I'll probably use it before I use Brazen Dwarf, in case they have something that will, such a shock, that will get rid of it. Rather than waste it on Arcane. This does have 3 health, though. But there's some that could kill this in a couple mana. Okay. Turn 2 Arcane, yeah. And literally nothing I can do, so we're just going to attack with the 2/1. I was thinking about in a next stream we were doing more of this, or doing a Pokemon Showdown stream with Soldrake. I've been playing Pokemon Shield in my off time, so I'm going to see how I can do that with him some. I've just been getting back into it. That's all I have planned right now, currently. We're gonna save Runaway together. We're gonna use Mountain. We're gonna use Brazen Dwarf. We're not going to attack, though. Because we want to save Runaway together if we need to unsummon Brazen Dwarf, basically. If they try to use instants on him, basically. And that's exactly what he's going to do. Oh, but he's going to do it on Arcane, so I don't care. That's fine. And I don't even have the mana to do Runaway together either, so we're fine. That's not great. We're going to have to just take it. Because Brazen Dwarf will not be able to take care of it. Even with Infuriate. And that's an equipment, so I can't really do much about it either. And use Runaway. Let's use Runaway. Yeah. Because that takes 4 mana otherwise. So he won't be able to equip it again next turn. I'll have to replay Brazen Dwarf, sure. But that might just be worth it. I don't know where I'm going to go from there, though. Probably Hoarding Ogre as soon as possible. Or Faraday. Both are 3/3. This one actually rolls the dice, so probably Hoarding Ogre. Island. Can I actually use that now? Yes. So we're going to do that so we get over that summoning sickness. And Brazen Dwarf can do the damage next turn unless they destroy Hoarding Ogre immediately. Which is very possible. Or they exile it. Yep, they exiled it. Or they made it pacifistic. That's a word? Which is not great. Oh god. Oh my. And almost dead. Fun. We're going to try to figure out how to get out of this. And I got nothing. I have no clue. Because this can't attack anymore. And now I just have a 3/3. A single 3/3 to block from all that, so... yeah, there's nothing I can do about that. Okay. I don't get a turn 1 creature, but I get turn 1 Vorpal. And hopefully from there I can... normally I'd save Vorpal for later. However, I feel like I want something on the board just for my sanity. I can draw a card with Charge Through, but I want to save it because he has Trample. Even though I think Owlbear, yeah, it also has Trample. And I love Owlbear. I was at a D&D campaign where I fought an Owlbear, and I was so happy. Brutal fuckers, though. Honestly. That's nice. Generous Stray. Get us a 1/2 on to just keep that Sanitarium skeleton at bay. And it gets us Bristling Boar, which is like opposite of Menace, which is great. And that can be given to us next turn if we want. I might as well block him. Because unless he buffs him. Rather, he debuffs Generous Stray, which is fine. We don't need Generous Stray after it gives us the card. Bristling Boar is going to be there to defend. And then we can attach a Vorpal Sword to him to give him Death Touch and +2. Okay. That's fine, because we have Owlbear. And we'll get another card from him. Which is great. And we can use Vorpal Sword. Next turn, rinse and repeat. But 8 mana. Okay, so this is... We're going to get another land card. It's going to be a swamp. And a equip Vorpal Sword onto Owlbear. We're going to attack with Owlbear, because if we get attacked by these two, it won't matter too much. Yeah, he's going to block with Sanitarium. Because why wouldn't he? Because Sanitarium can be brought right back if he wants to spend that mana. Which would be a total 4, so not too bad. Sanitarium Skeleton's been in for a while, actually. I think it used to be called something else and was cheaper. I'll be honest, I haven't seen this card before. And that's actually not too bad. It's just a 6/3 flying, which sucks. However, I can survive that for a couple turns. And it doesn't have anything too special other than the fact that it's a cheap... Oh, shit. It's my turn. Yeah, I am one land away, so we're going to Beanstalk Giant. Swamp. We're not going to attack this turn. Next turn, we'll boost Vorpal Sword, and we'll attack with Owlbear if we are allowed to. We're really hoping we're allowed to. And the reason we don't have Fabled Passage or Evolving Wilds in here is simply because we only have 2 colors. Yeah, it would increase our land draw. However, I feel like the creatures are more important in this deck. Comment, like, suggestions are always accepted, but I think when it comes to something as silly as this, I am justified. I gain 1 life with this. Gonna use... I almost just used that. Till end of turn. And we're going to attack. And I think, unless he pulls something like a murder would just nullify this right now. I'd still be able to use Rampaging Brontodon in like a couple turns to do the same exact thing, but I don't think I'd survive the Draco Lich. And it did damage. They lose the game. Beautiful. 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 Finally a win. We're going to do a Historic Brawl. So I think we're going to free mulligan that because I don't really have anything to start with. And this is more like it. So I can get a turn 2 Banehound and then a turn 3 Iditha Crystal or Putrefy, but I think we'll save that for when they have the big boys out. Oh, hell yeah, we even get a Mana Geode if we want. We're going to let that enter battlefield tapped, and then we're going to go Forest, then we're going to go the other Triome, unless something else comes up, and that's something that counts as coming up. So we're going to use Banehound. No attacks. So what do you do? Whenever a creature with Oh, they brought back poison counters. Oh, that's not good. I hate poison counters. Yeah, I just need to outright block that. I cannot let that... I can't let that touch me. We'll use a Forest. Pitiless Gorgon. So if I block that, this straight up dies. He's probably going to get our Death Touch thing out. Because he can immediately resummon it. Well, not immediately. If it dies, he can resummon it, yeah. I believe so. Yeah, he can resummon it immediately. So they're both dead. He comes back with as 4 mana. Yep. Okay, you can just bring that right back. I think right now what I want to do is scry with the Mana Geode. It's a mountain. Keep that. We're going to draw that next turn. We're not going to cycle. And next turn we can use Golos. And then we can start using his ability. That we should have plenty of time before this thing gets up to 10 poison counters, unless he gets like a multiplied like Scute Swarm situation in which they all have Death Touch, but I don't believe he would be able to do that with the mana he has right now. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay, that's not bad at all. I thought we'd see more black mana already. I don't, I'm guessing he has either an equipment or something to give Death Touch to these things, or else this whole commander doesn't make any sense. Golos. Take action. We don't have... We're about to put red mana down, so I don't think we're in too much of a bind. Might want to do black just to make sure we have that. And because everything's already tapped, we're just gonna put down the Triome. We now have the 3/5, but this is Death Touch, so I think we're just going to take in our 2 poison counters and then save Golos, because next turn we can actually just use his ability. Okay. Yeah. I hate those. I really hate those. I thought they were taken out completely, but I guess they brought him back in call time. It doesn't... Did it have flying? Oh, he's an artifact creature. That's why. Well, that sucks. That does not have Death Touch. Okay. Mountain. Golos. Take action. Bring us a forest. And then next turn we can use him if we wish. I might look into that for this deck. I do have a spare mythic wild card I can use for that. We simply just can't block that, because we only have Golos. 2 more attacks with something with Death Touch and we lose. But Oh. That is clever. Okay. So he just doubled the counters until, or added 2 counters every time. Okay. We can get an early growth spell in New Horizons, which is actually really good. Also, I love the Japanese art for this. It's beautiful. Genuinely. Well, immediately starting with milling, that's great. That doesn't matter too much, I don't think. Because this allows us to get... That allows us to get growth spiral. Yeah, growth spiral out. Still. All that glitters. Okay. What is their thing? Okay. So I don't know where they're going with that. We are going to use Swamp. We're going to use New Horizons. We're going to enchant the Swamp because we have multiple. Going to ignore the +1 counter for now, just because we need mana. We're going to just use this up during their turn. Get some extra life, and then we have... From that draw, we have a Mana Geode that we can use later if we want. Which we're not going to actually need right now, because we can use... We're just going to use Aggressive Mammoth. We're going to save goals for next turn, use Aggressive Mammoth just as a wall. Unless they decide to do something about that, which they very well might. Genesis Ultimatum is amazing. Okay, they have nothing to say about that. Okay, in that case, we are going to play Golos. And we only have 1 mana to work with, so we can't do anything else. Two mana even, we wouldn't be able to do that. And okay, Golos is dead. But we still get a free land out of it, so we're just gonna get in our forest. And we're gonna keep the aggressive mammoth over. Okay, so so my Golos will now cost. Okay. I do love Massacre Worm. I kind of want to stay away from artifacts because they cost more right now. Until that's dead. Actually, yeah, that's... Yep. Yeah, so because of this, I can use an extra land from my graveyard. And that's great. I love that. Yeah, so he's just going to keep nullifying the mammoth. We're going to cast our land from our hand. Or what enchantment do we have? Yeah, that's not too useful right now. Helm of the Host is nice. Could we actually use that right now? Yes, we can actually. So we're going to cast that. I have to equip it still. Can... Okay. Does it? Why does it say I can cast an enchantment? I guess I can still. We're going to attack that. He's probably going to just block with the 3/7. Yeah. Okay. Luckily, because of Muldrotha, we can just get the mountain back. So that's not an issue. Okay, that's not too bad. He's just trying to bulk up his troops with that. Okay. And he nullified Aggressive Mammoth some more. It's not too bad. We want our mountain. You want Golos right now, I think. We're going to take that action. Just putting our force down. Okay. We're going to attack them again and inevitably get blocked by it. Do I have... Okay, can I... Or is that not until after they defend? Yeah. Null and Void. Mill 2 cards. Okay. So that doesn't count as drawing a card. So it doesn't affect Psychic Corrosion. Nerd 2/2. Little do they know I have Massacre Worm in the wings. If I ever really need to use him, but I don't think that's too much of an issue yet. Yeah, most of the creatures here are high mana cost, simply because with Golos, I can spend mana and cast 3 of them at once if I need to, without paying any of their mana costs. We are going to get a blue land out of that. And then we're just gonna activate this first. Whatever mana we have left, we can use with Muldrotha. Okay, that's fine by me. Okay, so I can play... Cool. Okay, so that kind of sucked. However, I do... Okay, I can duplicate that and attack that. Artifacts will cost less now. And then Golos stays safe. And we'll just keep getting more aggressive mammoths. I don't care about the wizard. We want to kill the merfolk first. And I have to discard a card. It's going to be... I don't need Mana Geode anymore. It's just not useful to me yet. Or anymore, simply because I have enough land. And the 3 mana it would take to get Mana Geode out would be not worth the 1 scry. Because at this point, I do Massacre Worm, kill both of these. This gets... They lose 4 life total. Oh, I love Biogenic Ooze. It's generally one of my favorite cards. I like the cards that clone themselves, basically. So they nullified that some more, but I still have another one, and then another one will be created. We're just gonna use Genesis Ultimatum because I want to. And then we'll just be able to they lost this game at this point. Because, yeah, unless they have unless they get a cancel or something, but they don't even have the mana for it anymore. Okay, that actually helped me out some. Put any number of permanent card. Yeah. Yes. 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 Might as well put that on the battlefield, and yes, attach it to the wizard, I guess. Take action, get another land, draw a card. Take action, draw land, take action, it's a land. And then we can put Massacre Worm out. Those both die from the -2/-2. And then they lose 4 life. And for shits and giggles, we'll cycle this. And then we have a land to play. Cool. And then we get a copy of Aggressive Mammoth. And actually, they don't die yet. We're just going to attack with the 1 Aggressive Mammoth. We're going to say good game, because Mina will die. But I don't think he can kill all of these at once. And if I attacked with 16 and 3, it just wouldn't be enough to kill him yet. So I might as well save my troops, if you will, until I have that down more. Just trying to organize my hand a little bit. There we go. I emil 2 cards again. Not too much of an issue. I put out Moldarofa again and then play Biogenic if I really want to. Hey, they finally got out Kaikar. And they surrendered. Hurrah.